So on this project day, this is what I'm doing on a certain level of this pathway up. So kind of starting here, kind of working backwards, and eventually I have to work forwards. Trying to dig out as much material as I can to kind of level the slope up. I'll do this kind of planter box on this side. I actually marked it out to try to curve it, but I don't think it's gonna work. I'm gonna do linear. So these two will be basically parallel. So this should be a fun project. A lot of digging. At least I got a spot to take all the material. The neighbor wants all of it. So I'm at Rock and Dirt, looking at material that I can use. I'm considering using these pre-formed concrete pads and using rock between them. They're basically 2 foot by 4 foot. They're like about 2 inches thick. Two types of color. Regular limestone and the darker limestone. So here's another option. Limestone pavers from the quarry. Sandstone. This kind of bluestone here, which is not a bad look. So here's the DG 1/4 inch for a possible base material, or the 1/2 inch right there. Probably go with a 1/4 inch instead of the 1/2 for a base with a weed barrier. And between the pads, like a basalt, probably the 5/8. This 1 inch is pretty big stuff, and right there I think that's 1.5 inches. This will look really good. A nice contrast to those limestone, those white pavers. So possibly go with something like this. I think it's like $100 a yard for this stuff, but shouldn't need more than about 3 yards, 2 yards maybe. We'll see. I've got to measure all this out and kind of figure out what I'm actually going to do in there. So I've got a couple ideas. So now we're going to start loading Texas native mulch for my neighbor, hauling material for him today. So I've got it dug all the way down to the gate. Decently level. I haven't actually put a level on it yet. I've just been eyeballing this whole thing as I've been digging. So, I got a fair amount of material out. All right, so this stretch is done. I'm actually gonna start working on the stretch behind me, which is this section here. Probably got about the same amount to dig out, maybe a little bit less. So after that, the next phase will be the construction phase. So I'll build a retaining wall right here. I've actually got to get this distance here, 49 inches. So 48 inches of it's going to be the walkway, and 1 inch is going to be the 5/4 board. So I'll use the 5/4 board as like the barrier right here. I'm probably going to need 3 layers or 3 rows going up. And then I've got to calculate how much DG I've got to bring in here to level this thing up, like compact it. So I'll come in with a compactor and pack the clay down, and then I'll put weed barrier, and then come in with decomposed granite and then compact that, and then start laying in whatever stone work I'm going to do. So, but that'll be after the retaining wall is done. So here's one hole right now. This is at 8 foot. So you tie in there, and I could tie in on this 4x4. So the plan is to come out 4 foot, put a 4x4 in there to tie it to, then a 4x6, then a 4x4, and then a 4x6, and just keep leapfrogging all the way down. The one problem I'm gonna have is this. So I got an irrigation control box right here. So this is one of the solenoids right in here. So I'm about to pull this whole thing up and try to move it over about 2 inches, which shouldn't be that bad. I can't move the piping, but I can move the control box. So instead of using a round one, I'll use the square one. I could just kind of like move it over just a bit. So yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of digging. Gonna be well worth it when we're done. So I'll probably dig this remaining section out and just call it a day for a while. I probably won't do anything else for a couple days.